Since the inception in its modern form, the State of Israel has been embattled with threats unlike any other nation, endangering both its sovereignty and very existence. It has been forced into armed conflict time and again, and suffered from years of ruthless terrorism. Yet through all of this, Israel has become one of the most innovative countries on the planet. As the threats continue to evolve, so must the defense tactics of Israel and its supporters. Seeking to confront these challenges, groups of pro-Israel activists have taken it upon themselves to advocate on behalf of the Jewish state. The Memphis Friends of Israel Festival, however, differs from traditional pro-Israel festivals in the Jewish community by collaborating with the massive network of Christian supporters of Israel.
There are Israel festivals all over the world every year. Almost all of them are run by Jews at their synagogues or Christians at their churches. We have a slightly different concept, and that is for Jews and Christians to work together to have an Israel festival at a public venue.
Working with the Christian community and really the secular community is what this festival is all about. To some degree, we're singing to the choir when we're soliciting the Jewish community. Okay, the whole purpose of it is to draw in anybody that loves Israel. We want to educate the secular folks. That's why it's in a public park.
It's part of the cultural exchange between America and Israel. It's to spread the values that both societies, as an open society, have to share. And this is why I'm here for. And this is exactly what the festival is trying to do.
With more than 240 million Christians in the United States, and according to a 2008 poll, 82% identifying themselves as pro-Israel, the Jewish state enjoys a massive support base among the Christian community. Christians United for Israel, or CUFI, is one of the leading grassroots movements of its kind in the world. With more than 1 million members, CUFI holds more than 40 pro-Israel events across the country every month. Memphis Friends of Israel's efforts have been recognized by several other prominent Christian grassroots movements, such as Israel Always. Through a series of initiatives, Israel Always seeks to build bridges of understanding and friendship between Christian and Jewish communities across the world to stand together in support of Israel and her people. One such initiative is Operation Life Shield, which has provided 50 transportable bomb shelters to areas of need in Israel.
The purpose of these festivals that we are having, where we're inviting the community, not just the Jewish community and the Christian community, we're inviting people that are truly interested in seeing what's happening in the Middle East, to educate these people, to prepare them to research and to get involved. And when you go in and you can speak about the issues that are happening and they hear the facts put before them, they start to think, hey, it's not like I've been told.
Another is the International Christian Embassy in Jerusalem. Founded in 1980 as an act of solidarity with Israel and the Jewish people in their claim to Jerusalem, ICEJ is at the forefront of a growing mainstream movement of Christians worldwide who share a love and concern for Israel.
Events like this are the fruit of many years of Christian and Jewish leaders coming together, building relationships, reconciling and befriending each other.
As well as the Columbus Interfaith Group, who is working with Memphis Friends of Israel to create additional Friends of Israel chapters in other cities across the U.S.
This dream began in 2006, and over the years, we continued to seek it out. We continued to dialogue. We continued as Christians and Jews to come together, to sit down, to talk, to break bread, to do projects together, initiatives together.
While the ability of the Jewish pro-Israel community to mobilize in times of need is extremely important, Memphis Friends of Israel believes in a more proactive approach.
What we do is we dress it up as a festival. People come and they can't avoid the educational Israeli exhibits that we have throughout the event. You know, we're going to put the kids' rides next to the educational exhibits, and we'll scatter it around so people naturally weave in and out of the educational exhibits, or they just walk by something that says something about Israel.
To us, that's the way to educate people nowadays. They want to watch videos, they want to come to a festival, they don't want anything thrown in their face. It's a proactive way to do it. We start the day out with a 5K race. We have Israeli food, Israeli music, fun activities for the kids, but most importantly, we have an education tent. And in the education tent, we have books and pamphlets We have rabbis there to educate people about Israel and Judaism. We have knowledgeable people from Memphis Friends of Israel that can talk about Israel and the Middle East in general. So it's a very powerful way to educate people about Israel, and it's a big part of the festival.
Basically, we see our function as not just reinforcing, as important as that is, and I think we do that, but as recruiting people to come and to hear about Israel.
Memphis Friends of Israel's unique formula has led to their involvement with AIPAC, the leading pro-Israel lobby in the world. In 2011, Seth Kaufman was invited to present at the annual AIPAC conference. Drawing 3,000 people at its first event in 2008, numbers have nearly quadrupled in only 4 years. As diversifying the support base for Israel is one of the main objectives of Memphis Friends of Israel's mission, the inclusion of the Christian community is a key component.
The relationship between the Christian and Jewish community has only within the last 10 years started to solidify. The Christian of today, especially the evangelical, is looking at Israel as the chosen people of God. And our heritage is that it comes from the Jewish people, and consequently we are wanting to embrace Israel with one agenda, and that is to stand with the state of Israel.
You know, it's not always easy to come in to a Christian community. There's a lot of issues with this coming together, this uniting, and I commend you, those of you from the Jewish community, to be here, to take a stand in your own communities and say, you know what, this is a new day. We're uniting together like we've never done. It's historical. It is biblical. Thank you for being here.
When you bring these people together that maybe they don't have the PhDs, like in New York and California and other places, they are the people that you see when you walk in Walmart that serve you, or the people in the grocery store that serve you. And they really want to get involved, but they don't know how. They think it requires a lot of money, or it requires a lot of education or ability to be able to communicate. And they're very discouraged. And when they go to these festivals and they hear from credible people, hey, look, it doesn't take much to qualify to speak up for the state of Israel. What it requires is your voice. And when we can make a voice that's so loud that it's heard all the way to Washington, D.C., something good is going to happen for Israel.
Concerned with America's interest abroad, many Christians stand in defense of Israel for political reasons, it being their one true democratic ally in the Middle East. More important to many is Israel's staunch commitment to protect the holy sites of all major religions, especially at a time when these places are increasingly threatened throughout the region. A third, and the most relevant to devout Christians, is the role Jews play in the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Whatever the reason, Israel is close to the hearts of hundreds of millions of Christians.
We've seen over the past 4 years how great our Israel Festival has been for Israel and our city. And now what we at Memphis Friends of Israel would like to do is spread that concept to as many other cities as possible.
We think there's long-term benefit for the local Jewish community and for Israel by continuing this festival and giving people a comfort level. When these little kids are in the little balloon bounces, and there's a black kid, and there's a Mexican kid, and there's a Jewish kid, and there's a Christian kid, and they're all bouncing around. Over 10 years, 15 years of coming to the festival, they're going to be extremely comfortable being with a Jew. They're going to be extremely comfortable seeing the Jewish star.
Rabbis are now talking with us. Rabbis are traveling with me. I go and speak in synagogues. I speak in churches. I speak to groups of people that never would have been open before.
These things need to happen all over. There's reason to celebrate, for Christians and Jews to come together.
There are three kinds of people that live on the face of this earth. Those who watch things happen, those to whom things happen, and those who make things happen.
Across the world, hundreds of thousands of people are coming together to demand everything from government accountability to freedom. Doing the same in support of Israel should be no different. While many believe change must come from the top down, many are starting to understand the capacity for serious change derived from the bottom up. In today's fast-paced world, we must constantly seek new initiatives to engage the public. With feet on the ground, eyes up ahead, and an ear to the people, we are able to do just that and release a surge of untapped potential in support of Israel.
So we have a successful Israel Festival in Memphis, but our vision is to spread this festival to as many other cities as possible. We at Memphis Friends of Israel will do whatever we can to help you out to start a festival in your city. Please visit our site at memphisfoi.org.